body workout. It is a circuit workout with what's called an AMRAP, as many rounds as possible. You have got 3 exercises, 8 reps of each. You are going to do 3 minutes where you do as many rounds of that as possible, 8, 8, 8, just keep going through. We then add 1 minute of plank at the end, just because who doesn't love a plank, 1 minute rest. That is a 5-minute circuit, and we are repeating it 4 times, 20 minutes in total, short, sharp workout to start or end the day, seeing on based on how you've got availability. The 3 exercises are press-ups. Any range, any version, they all count. Then we're doing a V-sit, which is this position here. If you cannot do that, options are to go on your back and kick, or even alternately kick. See how your core feels. And then exercise 3 is a 1 1/4 squat. Squat and a pulse. Down, quarter of the way up, down and up to finish. 8 of each. I will count the time, the 3 minutes. I'm not going to count, it'll take forever, and I will lose it. We will then do 1 minute of plank, everyone together, 1 minute of rest, repeat. Are we good? Okay, press ups to start. It's only 8 reps, but you've got to move through in your own time. So don't worry if you feel like you're being left behind or you're crazy fast, just keep going, whatever pace you want. Okay, let's start with our press ups. 8 reps, ready and go. So we want to make sure our head is coming above the line of our hands. Wherever our hands are, our head comes above it, so you can open the chest up and use that muscle. 8 reps. Then our V-sit. We flip over. Oh, I'm facing the other way, never mind. And we scissor out and in. Like I said, options are on your back. Hands technically are just there for support. It's like you're going to do a Russian twist, that's the balance position. Then you go out and in. I've lost count. The 1 1/4 squat is last, in case you're there already. There's 8. And then we're up for our squats. Control these, make sure you get the active little pulse. Don't rush that pulse, because that bottom range of the squat's really helpful. Weight stays in the heels the whole time. That's my 8. Back into press-ups. So you see we just roll around. Whatever level you want, whatever range you want, whatever speed you want. And we're not keeping count unless you particularly want to, in terms of how many rounds you do. V-sit is next. You can kick higher in the legs. It takes a little bit of pressure off the back. Eight. And squats. 3 exercises to remember. Should be dead simple. But that doesn't mean after the first break we won't have forgotten already. Really keep control of those knees at the bottom when you're doing the pulse. Try not to let them wobble too much, or at least keep the control. That's my 8, I'm back in press ups. So this is just a steady move through each exercise, getting the most out of each one. There's no rush, because time is time. And speaking of time, 15 seconds left and then we're all going into a plank. Three, 2, 1, flip into your plank. Any level you like, knees or toes, we're going on elbows there. So just hold it here, you've got 1 minute in total. If you need to, from this position, you can drop your knees. Keep the hips lifted, keep the core engaged, and then when you've got your breath back and you're ready, you can go back up into the plank. You're just holding it here nice and strong, getting that little rock under of our pelvis, pulling our belly button in. Halfway already. Don't be afraid to have a little pause if you need to. Get the breath back. And then go back up. 15 seconds. Two, one, relax. That is round one done. So now you know what it feels like. You've got 3 more like that. If with the plank position it just becomes too much on the shoulders or the core, I certainly felt that more than I normally do with a plank. Don't be afraid to rest out of it completely. Have a moment, come back up. We will be there for the minute. If you miss a handful of seconds, it's not the end of the world. It's still cumulative over the workout session. 30 seconds, unfortunately, and then we are back in with press-ups. See, I did remember them. Starting with press-ups. And then the V-sit, and then the squat. 8, 8 and 8, exactly the same thing, in 15 seconds. Okay, let's get set up in 5, 3, 2, 1, let's go. 8. V-sit is next. Like I said before, you do not need your hands, but try and sit through in your back. Try not to curve too much, so you've got an element of engagement in that core. 8. Then it's your 1 1/4 squats. And yes, I am very aware that this involves getting down, turning over, standing up every single time, but that is a very sneaky, though now rather obvious way of getting a bit of extra movement in to any circuit. Towards the end, we'll wish we were all in the same position and we just rolled around. We didn't have to get up and down, but for now, let's enjoy the movement. And that's 8, back to press-ups. Now it's your call how wide you go. Wider is better if you can engage your chest, harder if you're not using it. But I do think you need to pick a level that allows you to get to as close to 90 degrees as possible. Try and maintain an alignment with your spine, so we're not forcing our head forwards. You should be looking at the mat, shoulders against your back, pull them into the rib cage, set them strong, and lower your chest to the floor. And clearly by the time I waffle through all of that, you've all moved on. I'm way behind, but maybe remember it the next time you do your press-ups, because it is useful. Counting to 8 every time. And on the clock, we have 30 seconds left in this round. "15 seconds, let's try and get one more round of exercises out. And let's go into plank, 1 minute in total. Set yourself up however you wish. Remember your options if you need to. And then think about being somewhere else. somewhere, I don't know, warm, green, and I say tuneful because I can hear the birds, but we're just going to take ourselves away from this moment, focus on being somewhere else. Whilst also focusing on holding our plank strongly, knees or toes, whichever you need. 15 seconds, you're doing really well. Challenge yourself in the last 10. Hold it strong. 5. And relax. Oh, okay. Halfway through. Starting to feel it for sure. Have a moment, grab a drink if you need it. Just settle. We don't need to go anywhere. Press ups are next. Might as well stay down. And then this round is our third round, focus in on this. And the final one's easy. Always is, because you know you're working towards your finish by then. 30 seconds left. 8, 8, and 8. Okie doke. 15. We're going to start getting ourselves back into position for these press ups again. So we can start on the go in 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 8. There we go. By not talking, turns out I could do them a bit quicker. Set yourself up, control with this one. Remembering our options if you need to, lie on your back and kick out. Feeling our burn with the squats. Keeping control of those knees. They can wobble, they probably will, but if you can just keep an eye on them and make sure they don't go crazy. Try your best to control it. That's all you can do. 8. Back down. Press ups for round 2. I'm starting to struggle to speak while I'm facing down, but that just shows that we're working nice and strong. That's our 8 of those. And then squats. The other thing to note with the fact that we're getting up and getting down every time is it does really mean we're doing full body, working out as many muscles as we can in one go, which just makes for, I think, quite an efficient use of time. That's 8. Remember, you can move at your own pace. It's a rolling 3 minutes. What you do in it is entirely up to you. But you've only got 20 seconds of that 3 minutes left. So now we can work a little bit harder. Ready, steady, stop where you are, straight into our plank, and hold. Not quite sure how I managed to end up on squats then when I've ended up on the other two both other times, but never mind. We move, Just keeping breathing controlled. Try not to hold your breath the whole time. Get yourself nicely set up in position. I do find sometimes fidgeting a little bit does help, but you've got to fidget with a strong core, not lose the strength in the core or the control for the sake of the fidget. 15 seconds, as we did with the last one. Last 10, let's challenge ourselves again. Hold it strong. You've got this. Breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1, down. I hope no one went down on the 1. That's my pet peeve, and it's why I don't always count down. One final round. Have a little shake out, have a little rest. Don't go anywhere, or not too far anyway, because we've got press ups to start. So we might as well stay down here. And every time you do these exercises, you can be safe in the knowledge that this is the last time you're doing them, which is satisfying. That said, if you did want to stick an extra round on, you are more than welcome to. Crack on, I will pass. I feel like 20 minutes is a good workout. 20 seconds left. Just starting to think about it. A little challenge would be to see if you can just get through an extra set of reps or exercise and move on to the next exercise. Just move through slightly quicker than you have been. 5 seconds. But no judgment call if you don't. 2, 1, let's go. Final round. 8. Rolling from one exercise to the other, that's probably half of the speed that you could make up, is just moving through from one exercise to the next a bit quicker, if you choose. Eight. Getting our squats going. Still keep control with that little pulse at the bottom. There we go, back in. Definitely no longer able to speak through a press up anymore. Sorry about that, guys. Could probably speak through this one though. I'm with you. We're doing this. Getting through this final round. The last time we're cycling through all of these. Keep the focus, keep the intensity. You've got 1 minute left. How many exercises can you get through? Let's go. Sitting strong, moving through, nice and steady. A little bit quicker each time. Let's go into final 20 seconds. Ten. We've got 1 minute of plank to finish. Ready, steady. Let's go. Plank position. Hold it strong. Find our happy place, our green space, or blue if you like water. Any way you want to go. Shut your eyes and take yourself there. Breathe through. Hold it strong. This final one is going to be the challenge, but it's in your head. Your body can always do it. So just get your head in the game. Tell yourself you can. Shaking is a good thing because it means the muscles are fighting to hold you there. Just keep fighting. 15 seconds. We've got this. 10 seconds. Hold it strong, folks. Hold it strong. 5. Relax. Oh, and that is a workout. Don't know about you, but I enjoyed that one. Let us know how you get on. Have another go if you want to, and we'll see you again.